Yesterday, ahead of the Old Firm match, I'm sure you've seen all the disorder. What's your reaction to that?
There was a completely and utterly unacceptable level of violence from a small minority of football fans involved in the game yesterday. It caused fear and alarm for people who were quite happily going about their Christmas shopping in the centre of Glasgow yesterday, and it should not in any circumstances have taken place. So there is a responsibility on the clubs to take account of the behaviour of a minority of their fans. Police Scotland had the situation entirely well and comprehensively policed, and there will of course be consequential action as a result of these incidents, which is a matter for Police Scotland. But fundamentally, this type of behaviour is unacceptable. It's a minority of fans that are involved, and it should not be tolerated.
Have you spoken with the Chief Constable about this?
I've obviously been updated on the information overnight. I was kept informed yesterday and again this morning in police updates, so I'm fully aware of all of the actions of Police Scotland, and they had the situation entirely under control. But we should not have to face up to these incidents in relation to football matches, and a minority of football fans have created disorder and a great deal of fear and alarm amongst members of the public who were quite simply going about their Christmas shopping.
Disorder like this happens fairly regularly at Old Firm matches. What's your long-term plan to prevent this?
Well, it's fundamentally about the behaviour of individuals, and behaviours, the overwhelming majority of football fans go to football matches and they behave in a perfectly acceptable fashion. There's a small minority that behave badly, and that cannot be tolerated. So obviously Police Scotland have got their role to undertake to ensure that anyone undertaking disorderly behaviour is held to account and pursued for that. But there's also an obligation on the clubs to make sure that any of their fans who are behaving in a disorderly fashion are held to account, and the government expects football clubs to take that necessary course of action.
Will there be extra resources for the next Old Firm match just after the New Year?
Obviously, the issues about policing of football matches is a matter for the Chief Constable in exercising her operational responsibilities. Police Scotland had the situation completely and utterly under control yesterday. They just shouldn't have to face up to that violence, and Christmas shoppers should not have to face up to that violence as well. So the Chief Constable will take the decisions that are properly in place for her to take about the arrangements for policing of all football matches. But Police Scotland do an excellent job in difficult circumstances in making sure that the public are kept safe, as they did yesterday.